Have you ever felt that life has become an endless cycle of pain, that you carry a weight on your shoulders that no one else can see, but it's there every moment of every day? You look around and see people living happily, smiling freely, and you wonder, why can't I feel like that? Sadness and grief follow you like shadows. Now imagine this. Imagine a life where that weight is lifted, where every day feels like a new beginning, filled with purpose, peace, and trust, where no matter what life throws at you, you feel grounded, stable, unshakable. And it all starts with one transformative choice: to trust Allah deeply, wholeheartedly. All right, let's be honest. How many of us have heard people say, trust Allah, and thought, yeah, but how is that going to help me? Raise your hand if this sounds familiar. Well, today's video isn't about cliches or abstract advice. We're going on a real, deep journey. I'm going to show you 3 essential steps to trusting Allah in a way that will allow you to say goodbye to grief and sorrow. These aren't just words. They are practical steps that will change your life. So grab a cup of tea, sit down, and let's start this journey together. Before we look at how to trust Allah, let's take a moment to really understand the source of our grief. Why do we feel this pain? Why do some challenges shake us to the core? At the heart of most of our grief is an unfulfilled expectation. Whether it's the loss of a loved one, the failure to achieve a dream, a setback, or the feeling that life isn't going according to our plan, there is always this inner resistance, a voice saying, this isn't how it's supposed to be. We cling to our desires, our plans, and when they don't happen the way we want them to, it creates pain, frustration, and sadness. But that's where we often miss something important. Every moment of grief is also a reminder, a call to change our focus. It's as if Allah is whispering, turn to me. Trust that I have a plan, a way out, a wisdom beyond your understanding. And that's not always easy to accept, is it? But think about it. How many times has something gone wrong in your life, only to find that in time it has led you to something even better? Our grief often comes from a fear of losing control. We feel responsible for making things right, and when we can't, we panic. But true freedom, true peace, lies in realizing that we're not in control of everything, and that's actually a good thing. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, sees what we cannot, knows what we cannot comprehend, and His plan is always better than ours. Trusting Allah in this way is not just an attitude, it is a journey, a process that requires us to change the way we look at life, the way we respond to challenges, and the way we anchor our hearts. And that's what we're going to explore next, so stick with me. Because the next part of this journey may open your heart in ways you never expected. To trust Allah completely is to let go of your need to control the outcome. It's about opening your hands and your heart and saying, yes, Allah, I surrender. I trust in your plan, even if I don't understand it at the moment. This level of trust is not about passive acceptance. It's a conscious, active choice. Imagine standing on the edge of a cliff, and Allah says, jump, I will catch you. Trust is taking that leap, knowing that no matter what happens, He will be there. Think about it. The one who created you, who knows your past, present, and future, who has guided you through every trial and triumph. He's the one asking you to trust Him. Isn't that an exciting thought? That Allah, in His infinite power, mercy, and wisdom, has a plan uniquely tailored for you. But let's face it, sometimes trusting Allah feels like waiting for a package that never arrives. You check the delivery status and it says in transit, but you're thinking, when will it get here? But that's where true trust comes in. It's when you realize that even if you can't see the end of the road, Allah knows exactly where it's going. And that's all that matters. So let's break this down even further. How do we go from saying we trust Allah to actually feeling it, living it, breathing it? Here are 3 powerful, practical steps that will keep you grounded in faith, no matter what the storm. Reflect on Allah's blessings in your past. Faith is built when we remember. Look back on your life, those times when you thought you couldn't make it, but somehow you did. Perhaps it was a financial crisis, a heartbreak, or a health problem. Think back to those times and ask yourself, who helped me get through it? Every moment of relief, every unexpected solution was Allah's mercy. The same Allah who got you through those difficult times is with you now. He hasn't changed. He's as merciful, compassionate, and present as ever. All you have to do is turn to him and trust that the one who helped you then will help you now. Embrace patience as an active choice. Patience isn't just sitting back and waiting. In Islam, patience is an active state of resilience, where we do what we can, but let go of the results. Mercy in action. It's about handing over the reins to Allah and trusting His timing. Think of it like being in a car. You're in the passenger seat and Allah is driving. You may want to go faster, but Allah knows the safest route. Sometimes there's a traffic jam, sometimes there's a detour, but at every turn He guides you with care and wisdom. 2. Deepen your connection through dua and salah. One of the most powerful ways to cultivate trust in Allah is through consistent dua and salah. When we make dua, we're not just asking for things, we're building a relationship. We're sharing our deepest hopes, fears, and desires with the one who listens, understands, and responds. Imagine a friendship where you pour out your heart, and every word is met with compassion, understanding, and love. That's what it's like to connect with Allah. Every time you pray, every time you make dua, you're strengthening that trust, that bond, and you're letting go of the need to carry burdens alone. These practices, remembering Allah's past blessings, embracing patience, and making dua, are like keys that unlock your heart, freeing it from the chains of worry, sorrow, and grief. The more you practice them, the more natural trust in Allah will become. It won't happen overnight, but with each step you will feel a weight lifting and a peace growing within. Imagine a life where every day is filled with a quiet, unwavering trust, where you wake up with a sense of purpose, feeling deeply connected to Allah, knowing that no matter what happens, He's there, guiding you, protecting you, bringing you closer to what's best for you. That's what it means to really trust Him. Allah's wisdom is boundless. His mercy is infinite. He doesn't bring adversity to break us, but to shape us, to mold our hearts, to strengthen our soul. Every tear you've shed, every pain you've endured has a purpose. It's like a chisel carving a beautiful statue, removing parts that no longer serve and revealing the beauty within. If you accept that, trusting that every hardship is a chapter in a greater story, one written by the Creator Himself, you will find that grief and sorrow no longer hold the same power over. Here's something to think about. What if the grief you're feeling right now is actually an invitation? An invitation from Allah to draw closer to Him, to strengthen your faith, to trust Him in a way you never had before. What if the pain is a door, and on the other side is a peace beyond anything you've ever known? That's the power of trust. Trusting Allah to turn every wound into wisdom, every setback into a step forward. Remember, trust in Allah is not just a feeling, it's an action, a way of life. We've covered 3 key steps today: reflecting on His past blessings, practicing patience as a powerful choice, and cultivating a deeper connection through dua and salah. Each of these steps, when practiced consistently, will anchor your heart, allowing you to let go of grief, say goodbye to sorrow, and step into the future, and step into a life of resilience and peace. And remember, if trusting Allah feels difficult, think of it as a GPS. Sometimes you can't see the whole route, but that doesn't mean the destination isn't there. Your role? Stay on the path, trust the guidance, and keep going.